Morning. So some people were asking me to show my new kettlebell routine, and I've been doing it regularly for past few months. And one thing I changed is that instead of doing, easy exercises, what I used to do, like for 10, 15 minutes, I now focus on Olympic exercises, snatch and jerk. And those are my control exercises. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to become better. And so I do a warm-up, then I do these Olympic exercises, and then I do all the exercises I can think of that can help me get better with the jerk and snatch, like your triceps, your chest, your back, your legs, right? But what I find fascinating is that jerk and snatch are so great in taxing the entire body. So these are just, they're difficult, right? So they require a lot of stamina, but they also develop your stamina. And so that's what I do now. So instead of 5, 10, 15 minutes of BS easy exercises, I do these, and you feel great afterwards. But it takes about 30 minutes. So I'm going to show you first what you need. So I have two 70-pound kettlebells, 1, 2, and two 50-pound kettlebells, and these are great because they have vinyl, so they, in case they don't scratch the floor. And then I have two bubble plates, 45 pounds each, and I have a bench. Just a friend of mine got it for me from Amazon. And then with kettlebells, it's super helpful to have gloves, because otherwise your hands become sweaty. And it's easy to lose the grip, okay? So exercise 1, which I use for warm-up, and it warms up the entire body. And also, if you do it long enough, it'll give you a very strong grip, so if you shake hands with somebody, that they will know that you are the real deal. And it helps to write the exercises down on a piece of paper. And so we'll go through them one by one. So the first one is called farmer's walk, or some people call it suitcase. But suitcase is more when you use one kettlebell. Farmer's walk is when you use 2. So I do it with 2 70-pound kettlebells, and you just walk around for about 45 seconds, or until you start losing the grip. For me, this is really helpful with the new job where I move a lot of scaffolding. I know, like your arms and shoulders, like you feel like a Superman after this. All right, so normally the next one is Olympic exercise number 1, jerk. Normally I do it with 1 kettlebell, because with 2 it's much more difficult. It's like as if, I do it with a 50-pound kettlebell. With single hand, okay. But if you do it with 2, it's like you have 70-pound kettlebells, But I'll just do a couple just to show you. And just to continue with my warm-up. Yeah, today it's too hard for me, so I'm gonna switch to single arm jerk. And that's the jerk. Snatch is a bit easier, but again, you see it exercise your entire muscles. First, it's like your wide, these ones, what they call lats, or your back, and then of course your back, right? And then your butt, your legs, when you raise it, and then you push it, your triceps, your grip. These are like amazing exercises. And there's just 2 of them. Okay, snatch, one hand, 50 pounds. My ceiling is not very high, so I keep looking at the lamp over here. And with the snatch, you can do a short cycle where you do not put the kettlebell on the ground. Or if you want it to be more difficult, you can put it on the ground each time. And that's what I'm gonna do now. Because then it's like you do a clean, which is bringing this to your shoulder. No, wait. We don't touch the shoulder with this one. With the clean, it's when you do a jerk. So this one is just one movement, and the kettlebell ends up at the top, right? That's your snatch. So next one is number 4, bench press. And usually I do it either with 2 plates or 1 plate. So 2 plates is 90 pounds, 1 plate is 45 pounds. But I think now I can do it with 2. That feels good. Great for triceps, shoulders, and chest. So I do one with 90 pounds, and then I do another set with 45, and again with 45. So exercise 5, bent row. I do only 2 sets, but right one after another, and I don't know if you're gonna see it. Okay. And first I do it with 70-pound kettlebell, single hand, and then 50-pound kettlebell, but with like 5-second rest between them. Because this, you know, again, very useful for jerks and snatches. The left side is always weaker than the right side. And when you do it without kettlebells, you just feel so much strength, you know? It's great. Well, time to work on the legs and back. And this next exercise I have a hate and love relationship with. Love because it's so super useful, especially for older folks like me. And hate because it can be very difficult, even though you're using small weights, but because you're using 2 of them, it can be a challenge. I think first I was only able to do 3 repetitions. So now I can do, I think, 6 or 8. So basically this one is called front squat, or rather dual front squat. So you go deep down all the way till your buttocks touch your legs, and you carry the kettlebells in the rack position near your shoulders. So let's see how many I can do today. Okay, 6. Not too bad. I think the other day I did 8. So I only do one set with at the dual front squat because it's so difficult, you know. But right after that I do 2 sets of slightly different exercises, but it's pretty much the same except you use only one weight. This one is called goblet squat, and it's very similar, and with this one I can do 70 pounds. And then after a short rest, I do the same with a 50 pound. Yeah, this next one is an easy one. Just some bicep curls. And for this one, actually it would be better to have dumbbells or a light barbell. But barbell plates work too. So I do 2-3 sets with these, depending on how I feel. Number 9 is deadlift. Of course, you need strong back for my 2 control exercises, jerk and snatch. I do these just 2 sets, one with 70 pounds and one with 50 pounds. And if you do these long enough, all the girls will be looking at your bum, because it also strengthens those muscles as well. So super useful for those beach days to come. So 70 pounds. I put them slightly wider than my feet, or if you put them close and then do it between your legs, they call it sumo style deadlift. But I try the sumo style. You really have to have your legs, you know, all the way up, so your back does not move as much as with this method. So deadlift, 140 pounds. Here I come. And with these, one word of caution: you have to be super careful not to overtax your back, because quite a few times if I lifted a weight that was too heavy or I did too many repetitions, then next day I would have pain at the bottom of my back. That would disappear, but still that's like a cautionary sign that you lifted too much, okay? So these can be dangerous if you don't have the proper technique. So very important to keep your back as straight as possible. Just push your bum in the back and do it like this. I'll show it to you from the side because this is more useful. Okay, feet shoulder apart, kettlebells slightly wider. My pants keep falling off because I keep losing weight with this new diet. Sorry about that. I just do like this. All right, I'm super strong. Number 10, kettlebell clean. It's also very difficult, well, depending on the weight. So if I'm not tired, I do it. If I feel tired, I substitute that one for something easier, like I repeat exercise 1, farmer's walk, or I do something basically to cool down. One of the alternatives can be you grab a kettlebell and you do circles around your body, first with one hand, then you change hands and you do it with another hand. That's also great for your overall posture, your back, your neck, and your core muscles. I think this time I feel okay, so I'll do the clean. Just one set, 5-6 reps with one hand. For some reason I can do this with 70 pounds, but I cannot do a jerk with 70 pounds. And why this exercise is useful as well is because this is kind of like half of the jerk, right? Like with the jerk, you grab the kettlebell, bring it to your shoulder, and then you jerk it, right? So here, the movement ends when you bring it to your shoulder. And to make things more difficult, you can also, instead of swinging it back between your legs, you can put it down and then swing it back, so it makes it more difficult. So that's like a long cycle. They call it like short cycle is you lift it once and then you don't let it go on the floor. But longer cycle is when you put it down each time. So let's see if I can do it. Yeah, I feel pretty warmed up. So those squats are very powerful. All right, clean, 70 pounds. Test subject age, 62, non-smoker, non-drinker as of 2024, March 2024. I am super strong. On the floor. On the floor. 6. Then I repeat the same with the left hand, and that's it. I try to do it 3 times a week, so it takes 30 minutes, and I feel really sweaty and warm. This is a great exercise.